if you could quickly let me know if this was working or if this is flashing as well. But I've rebooted the phone and everything. Hopefully it sorted out whatever the problem was. For those that joined the first part of this video, we had to close it down because there was some sort of issue about the screen flashing. It could be signal strength is a bit poor where I am. Anyway, there's nobody watching at the moment. Oh no, first person to join me. Oh, first thumbs up. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. For those of you that are watching this in catch up, all right, Sharksmith, how you doing, buddy? And we're back. Val, is it running okay or is it flashing? Hey, Paul Lil, hey mate. Flashing has gone. Great, good. It's a new phone. It's upgrading and updating all sorts of things on itself, and so it probably just had to upgrade the app or something. Now this phone does have a thing called director's view, which means in theory I can set it up so it's running both cameras at once. But I think I'll play with that when I'm at home rather than messing around on the beach and messing it up. Yeah, so if you weren't here for the first part, I'm down here with Woody. Woody's lying on the sand there. I took my clothes off in the first video. That's probably why it was flashing. It didn't like the nudity, and Valerie was shocked, horrified. Sorry about that, Isabel. I know, get your pulse racing a little bit. I know. So we've got 4 rods out. Oh, no, sorry, 5 rods out. Woody's got a third rod out. He's oh, is that a fish on there?
No.
What are you fishing on that?
Just too big. Just too big flapper rig.
Okay, just 2 hook flapper.
Worm on it,
What, little hooks, little worm?
yeah.
Blasted out or just
No.
in?
No, it's probably 60, 70 yards.
Okay. Oh, okay. It definitely looked like it was bouncing up and down there a little bit.
Yeah, it's only a little 2 to 4 ounce rod.
Yeah.
It's lovely, I think, it's fishing.
Yeah, it's a light rod, isn't it? So the gusty wind might be causing that. I think there's every chance that we're going to be feeding crabs.
Yeah, northeasterly. It's been blowing easterly yesterday.
Mate, it's been blowing easterly since about February.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. We had about one day, the day I went to Albic was the reason I went to Albic is because it was going to blow westerly.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, well, you know, after all these easterlies, and what I'm hearing is rays don't like easterlies. We went to Alwick with the hope of getting up the ray, but what I did was, as we discussed, I got the bloody tides all wrong. I want to go to Milford. If you fancy a trip to Milford.
I fish Milford. That's where I got my mullet from.
Yeah, well, that's what I fancy going, Milford.
Yeah, well, we've put our caravan at I don't know, half a mile from Milford.
Okay.
So we're going down in.
Hey, Vicky. Sorry. Yeah.
We're going down in May,
Oh, yeah?
3 days, and then we're going down for June for a week.
Oh, well, tell us when you're going in May. May.
I've got 3 days. We've got a long weekend in May,
Right.
and then we've got for my birthday week. We've got 2 days in the Durley Dean at Bournemouth, and then
Right.
5 days at the caravan.
Okay.
So we moved it. We were at Holmesley in the New Forest last Easter weekend.
For those of you who can't see, this is Woody. He's someone. I think he's in the picture. Is he in the picture?
I don't know.
There he is.
Hello. So we're down. So that's where I got mullet last year.
Let me know the dates you're going to be down there in May.
Yeah.
May. Marina's sister and brother-in-law and everyone are from Australia, so quite a lot of weekends and things are going to be tied up.
Yeah.
But if I could get down there, come drive.
It's not a bad drive, to be fair.
3.5.
It's less than that. It takes me an hour, probably 2.5.
Okay.
Probably 2.5.
Yeah.
It takes me an hour. It takes me an hour to get to Trish's, and it takes me about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'd say an hour and a half. Yeah, so 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've got traffic with the New Forest and everything like that.
Yeah, of course you have. But what we've done, I can't remember the name of the bottleneck. What's the famous? There's a bottleneck on the A35, isn't it? Going through one of the first towns. It's always stacked.
Yeah.
So this time it is. We didn't go that way. We came off and went down further towards the coast.
Yeah, there is a way round it.
Yeah, we came along the coast road.
So you go past Seatown and all those places. Yeah.
It was much quicker.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed it because you didn't stop.
Because the bottleneck is on Chidiock, isn't it? Is that not the bottleneck?
Oh no.
Or West Bay, or Burton Bradstock, Burton. There's a place where the road suddenly does a left-hand turn at a roundabout and then goes up and then comes to another roundabout and then there's a right and heads up towards Chidiock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I fished there last year, and they it's quite funny because all the local tackle dealers told me to fish with smoky bacon because everybody goes crabbing there. There's hundreds of kids.
Yeah, you said with the bacon, yeah.
Yeah, with the bacon. So the bass have got onto the bacon. I've never seen so many crabs in my life. Millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah, but were you fishing in the lagoon behind the beach, or were you fishing off the beach?
No, so I was there's a key at Muddyford.
Oh no, it's Muddyford. That's at Milford.
Oh, sorry. No, I've done Milford. Then Muddyford. My mistake.
But Milford isn't a million miles from there.
No.
Because Milford is the shingle bar that goes to Hurst Castle, right opposite.
Yeah,
the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, saw Hurst Castle.
Yeah.
Well, we're not far from there. Absalom's not far from Hurst Castle.
Well, let's plan it. I know you meant to fish it. You want to fish it on the third day after the bottom of the tide.
Oh,
So
okay.
a small tide. So you want to find a neap tide. 3 days after the neap, start to fish it, because apparently once the tide gets bigger than that, it's almost impossible to fish. It rips
through. Yeah.
And you've got a weird double tide because of the Isle of Wight effect as well.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I was down at. We got 4 tides a day.
Yeah.
And it only drops about 1.5 meters.
Yeah, it's not very big, but it's quite fast. And
Yeah,
he goes round the Isle of Wight and he comes back round the Isle of Wight again. So you get 2 tides.
Yeah. I was quite surprised. Because I'm thinking, well, I'm only 80 miles up that way, and it's bloody 6 metres. But yeah, it's because of the Isle of Wight effect. Yeah, so at Muddyford, where we were fishing.
Yeah, excellent. So, yeah, Val, thanks very much. That's very kind of you to say that, and it's very true. I'm not quite sure how the algorithm works with YouTube, but I think they like to see you being liked. And yeah, whatever. Occasional flashing. Right, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know, it's a new phone. Needs bedding in, I think.
He's running in.
Yeah, he needs bedding in.
So yeah, when I was fishing it, there's like at the quay, you can park your car right there. So it's like get out and fish.
Is that Muddyford?
Yeah. And there's a kind of bay, and then there's a big sandbar.
Yeah.
And I was just watching. I was float fishing because the crabs were coming right.
Yeah.
So I decided to switch gear and go float fishing. I had 2 rods with me, so I was just watching one float.
Yeah.
And I looked above, just beyond the sandbar, which is only about 60 yards out, and I could see all these toes sticking out of the water. Hundreds.
That's what it was like at
Hundreds of
That's what it was like at the river.
So I had some ragworm from the local shop, and I just set up, loaded it up with rag, whacked it into the middle of them, and within 30 seconds, over it went.
See, I think the mullet up our river have seen everything.
Yeah, probably.
And so they're just not gullible anymore. Because I mean, every time I put something up about mullet, it was, oh, I've done this and I've done that. And I've tried all of those things. I've done nothing. Yeah. And Steve, who's my mullet guru, he says that he had a bad year last year, and he's starting to suspect that perhaps, he had a sweet time when he was catching loads on his lures.
Yeah.
They've probably all seen my lures now, and so that's why they're not so stupid.
But
They're very long lived. They've got 40 or 50 years.
Yeah. And I mean, freaking hell, they're really cautious to start with.
Yeah. But they're intelligent. They're slow growing, so they don't get. If you get a mullet that's that big, it's probably 50 years old. It's been up and down that river twice a day for 50 years. So anything that he doesn't like the look of, it will just turn around and swim away from.
Yeah. So I was the only person to catch anything. There was loads of loads. And of course, once you get into it, and it was about, I don't know, 4
I don't know if all you people are watching this, but one of the beauties of coming down here on the beach is you do get people getting undressed on the beach and go for a swim.
And of course, once you get into a decent fish,
Yeah, no, carp in a pond.
Everybody.
Yeah, you're right. It is like carp. Carp are a long-lived fish. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
They're a long-lived fish, and so they've seen everything, and they get to know it. They and occasionally you'll catch one that's on an off day, but yeah, you wouldn't think it's only April, wouldn't it? People stripping off to their swimming costumes and
Just walking straight into the water.
Just going in the water. It's making me shiver thinking about it. My toes are curling up just thinking about it.
Yeah, me too.
Although I'm tempted to have a paddle.
No, I'm not.
It's good for you. It's good for your circulation. Sorry, I'm going to take my shoes and socks off and go for a paddle.
Fishing is that good, eh?
Right, you'll be pleased to know I'm not taking my clothes off, but I am going to take my shoes off. I'll turn the camera around so you can see this stupidity. The trouble is it's very stony, so it's hard to walk on without shoes and socks on.
It's terrible.
Right, here we go.
Good luck. Yeah, I'd like to join you, but I'm not going to.
Wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I did get a bit numb. Oh. 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 Feet are blue. If you snooze, Valerie, you lose. Yeah, well, to be honest, last March I did go in for a swim, and when I got dressed up to come fishing today, I did ponder on wearing some swimming shorts. Actually, it is quite tempting. I've not got a towel. Yeah, Vicky RA, there is quite a school of people that swim off here every day of the year.
There is, yeah. 7 o'clock. Every morning.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's whole groups of them.
There is
all through
another
the
one
day.
at the end
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they'll go swimming down by tide pools, and I always say to them, make sure you're wearing something on your feet. I say, why is that? Because there's a lot of weaver fish here. And when I went shrimping the other day, I did catch a couple of weaver fish, so they are there.
Yeah.
For those who live overseas, and for those that don't know, weaver fish is there's a lesser weaver and a greater weaver, and the lesser weaver is about that long, and it's got like 4 spines on its back inside black fin, and they bury themselves in the sand, and then they stick these 4 spines up, and these 4 spines are venomous. And apparently, I mean, I think I trod on one in Cornwall many years ago, and I think luckily the venom flushed out, but just for a short 30 seconds it was the most painful I'd ever felt, something on my feet. But as I say, I think the salt water flushed it out, so I didn't actually get any after effects from it. But it is meant to be very, very painful. And apparently the way to cure, if you do step in it, is you've got to put your foot into as hot water as you can bear, and the hot water breaks down the venom, so it doesn't actually have an evil effect. But that way down there, when the tide goes out, it empties out to sand down there, almost 2/3 of the way along that near pier. And in the sand there, this time of the year, there are a lot of weaver fish, a lot of them. So you know they do set themselves up so that you will tread on them and spine yourself. Suppose we ought to start thinking about bringing a rod in or two to make sure we've still got bait. See how badly crab we are. I should have brought crab cam, shouldn't I?
Crab cam, yeah.
With the water so clear,
Yeah.
it would have been good.
Yeah.
But I didn't think of it. Next time. So,
Yeah, going back to the mullet fishing.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there yet, but at Little Hampton, you've got the Arran District Angling Club right next to the lifeboat station.
All right.
So they've got their own clubhouse with a bar and everything, and the rest of it. And I'm thinking about going in and joining. And there's a guy in there, apparently.
Right.
I've been following on fishing, West Sussex Fishing Forum, who fly fishes for mullet up the river, and is very successful.
I mean, a lot of people say to me, "Have you tried fly fishing?" It's one thing I haven't tried, and to be honest, the other day, because there were so many, if you were going to be successful, that would have been the day.
They use these shrimp imitation on fly, but he apparently he's very, very successful.
Well, we're going to do some fly fishing off the boat this year, will we?
Yeah, let's give that a go.
When the bass start bursting on the surface on a day like today, you don't need to go far out. Just go underneath beachy head and just come out shoals.
Yeah.
In another, early June, I think. You've got the May rot time to come. And just when it starts to pick up, you get May rot, and then it will go dead again. And I'm sure it's not just May rot. I think the fish are also fairly preoccupied spawning as well. Oh, you're right hand rod.
Yeah, I know. Crab bite.
See? Spider crabs are starting to show up as well. We came down here with Gaddo, and I think he must have found a big bunch of spider crabs.
Yeah, he just only caught catching.
Well, he wasn't catching them. He was getting snapped off because he hit him hooking something solid, couldn't get it in. And I'm kind of, there's no snags here. I think it's just a big ball of bloody spider crabs. What we want now is, I had a smooth hound off the beach 3 weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Only a little one, little pup.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I saw the post, yeah.
So anyway, it's fishing, isn't it? What's everybody else doing today? What's the temperature there today? Well, I reckon it's probably, in the sun here, it's probably 15, 16 degrees.
18 degrees according to the car.
18, well 18, yeah, cars always a bit yeah, it's warm. It's nice and warm. We're out of the wind because the wind is coming from behind us off the beach. So sitting down here, it's pretty hot. I mean, I'm wearing shorts and I'm not suffering for it. In fact, I wish I had a short sleeve shirt on, to be honest. Yeah. Have you seen the lifeboat come past?
Yeah, it did go in.
It went into it, right. Yeah, when we first got here, the local lifeboat was obviously they do their practicing and exercising on a Sunday, so we would have had the lifeboat in the background, but unfortunately it's gone in now. Anyway, all right, see you, Sharksmith. See you later, mate. How many people here were on Jim's live this afternoon in Aussie Jim? Australis TV, I think it is. Right, Tony. Yeah, see, Jim likes to know people's real names. I can't remember them. Sharksmith Tony, Sharksmith Tony, Sharksmith Tony. I'll remember that now. I mean, everyone knows me as CJ, but I mean, my real name's Chris. Tempted to change my fishing channel name to Blanking with CJ because I ain't been doing much fishing.
Not much catching.
Not much catching. Organic. Organic.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that close in. That is so close in. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see the bird up there, but it's a gannet. Again, obviously. Most of us know that, but to see a gannet in this close, it's very unusual. It's a good sign. There's some bait fishing in. Because they follow the shoals fishing. So he dived, did it?
Yep, straight.
Wow. Well, I missed it, but it dived.
Yeah,
so some bait fish around.
Yeah,
it's good. Could be mackerel.
Could be. It's just come out now. Look.
Yeah. Just took off.
I don't know if it walks and speeds.
Well, they die because they go blind.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're starved to death. I learned that in New Zealand.
Mate, it is gin clear today. It is absolutely gin clear, which is probably why the gannet is in close. It's the best I've seen it in a very long time.
Especially this early on in the season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because we've had northeasterly winds for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And no rain, so there's no muck rushing down the rivers. I was tempted to put a set of mackerel feathers on and give it a blast. I mean, they've caught a few off Brighton Pier, Brighton Marina, apparently. So they are working this way, and Jason was out, fished Chesil, and he had a load on the beach at Chesil. So they are working this way. And this time last year we did get, was it this time last year we saw them dolphins?
Yeah.
Last year or the year before?
Year before.
The year before last, wasn't it?
Well, maybe even the year before that. It was COVID.
No, I don't, it was either, I think it was not last year, it was the year before, so it was 2020. But you know, there was a lot of mackerel inshore close in early, if you remember.
Yeah.
22 watching and 22 thumbs up. I like the look of that. Hey Casters, how you doing, buddy? Count Jarvis. Rocks back on my feet, put my shoes back on so I can move around, because I can't walk on the bloody shingle without shoes on the woods.
You can either do it or you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Either do it or you look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Coming out, I was alright because my feet were numb.
You can't forget it.
And then I'm going to wind one of the rods in, see if we've still got bait on it, because it is crab city out there, without doubt. 25 watching, 26 thumbs up. Got more thumbs up than our people watching us, and that's a first for me. That's because of Val's on there. Cracking the whip. Hey, David's hiking and fishing. So what are you doing this weekend, David? Hiking or fishing? I think it's a good day for hiking. Well, good day for hiking, but it is blustery, windy.
Comes the Coast Guard. Helicopter. Oh yeah. The police, which the police really might be the police.
It's light, landing light on
Yeah,
some reason.
yeah.
Let me see this. Right. Coast Guard helicopter, yeah. Somewhere around where I'm pointing. I can't actually see it on the screen. Whip crack sound, yeah. Coast Guard.
Yeah, blue and yellow.
Busy little beach today. Lifeboat out first thing, and now the Coast Guard. Right, I'm going to wind one of these rods in, see if we've got any bait left.
Crabs. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
What have I missed? Oh. No, that's not featured. That's Seaford Head in the background. If Seaford Head wasn't there, you would be able to see Beachy Head. You're looking in the right direction, but it's a way beyond that. What else am I saying? Whipcrap sound, yeah, baby. Well, it's obviously working, Val, because I've got 32 likes, which is, I think that's up there amongst some of the best I've ever had. So, 21 on there. What else is happening out there in the world? Where's everyone from who's watching today then? Obviously Val is in the States. I ain't caught nothing yet. I will be dancing if I catch something. Well, if I catch something worthy of a dance. As we know, we now have a rule: we don't dance for whiting, I don't dance for dogfish, I don't dance for dinglings or pouting. But anything else, you will get a dance. It's kind of the penance I have to pay. Cape Town, man. how's things in Cape Town? Wales? Yeah, I dream of going fishing in South Africa. Just the idea of catching big sharks off the beach. Just, yeah. Oh, you're on holidays. I thought London Viking. Yeah, nice. You getting any fishing in, mate? You getting any fishing in? That's the important thing. Upfield. No, they are building the beach back up again though. So I mean, obviously the big drop was because of that storm. So they're gradually smoothing it out. There's a bulldozer going in. Actually, I saw it, watching it reverse all the way in the water the other day. Yeah, well, blanking. As I say, I'm tempted to change the name of my fishing channel to Blanking with CJ because I've been doing a lot of that recently. Got a bit of a soaring action going on my left-hand rod, which I suspect is crabs. Yeah, apologies to people that watch my channel. The fishing hasn't been particularly exciting at the moment. Use prawns. Was that, Dean, is that aimed at me using prawns? The beach here? I don't think it matters what you use at the moment. If the fish ain't there, they ain't there. Where do you fish with prawns, Dean, and where do you get results from fishing with prawns? It's not a standard bait hereabouts. People do use them for smooth hounds. It is a little bit early for smooth hounds yet, kind of May, June time. Your little light rod. Sweet, isn't it? I'll tell you what I started doing for the pike. I've got a little bait caster and I've been using the bait caster reel for pike. It's fun, yeah. I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, you've done well.
Yeah, well, hopefully, as I say, early season, I want to try and get some on the fly.
Yes. Yeah.
I've joined the Ooze Preservation Society.
Oh, you got in, have you?
Yeah. Apparently it's easy.
Why, it's like 5 years.
Yeah, well, apparently it's not now.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I think they're, I don't know if they're struggling for members or what, but when I spoke to one of the bailiffs, he said, well, I'll ring the bloke up, and he rang him up, and he said, no problem.
What's
just
that a
seen
year
thing.
now? How much is that?
100 and something quid
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for a sea trout ticket. I've got a sea trout ticket.
Yeah. Well, I took the sea trout ticket out, and then second season got a sea trout, and I gave up after that.
Right.
Tick the box.
Well, the guy I was talking to, he knows what he's talking about. He said, when the season comes, he'll take me out and show me how to do it.
Yeah.
And
I
he
was just
weighed it.
using MEPS 3s
Yeah,
and MEPS 2s,
yeah,
and I actually spotted the fish.
yeah.
I was just walking the bank, stalking really quiet one
Yeah.
morning, and I saw it, and I flicked the nets over it, and it came past its nose. It didn't flinch, it didn't move.
Mm.
And the net's got about 2 foot from the fish, and all of a sudden the fish just turned, bang, hit it straight away. Mad.
Well, they're not feeding, are they? They're territorial.
They're territorial.
Yeah.
It's not food. They're territorial. They're Samoyed, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're so yeah, and so I £6 1 ounce as it weighed, and I've been to sea trout for 20 years, never caught one. So I thought, you know what, I'll leave this because I am. So me, myself, and Gaddo, Dollar, and Mel,
Yeah.
we're ready for dinner.
I think.
And the bailiff was when I walked down with the fish, the
Yeah.
bailiff was there, and I said, look, normally I would put the fish back. I said, it's the first one I've caught in 20 years, so I'm release it. He said, good for you, enjoy it. I said, but if I catch another one, I'll never kill it another one again.
I think it's catch and release only now.
Oh, it
but-
could be.
Yeah. And to fish the weir pools, you have to book in advance.
Yeah, you do. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
So even me and Gaddo used to do it thousands of years ago.
Well, I mean, the other beauty of it is that you can start fishing for sea trout on the 1st of May. And if you happen to catch a pike,
Loads of
you've
pike.
got to put it back.
Oh, wasn't it?
Wow. Look at that. That's a beautiful sea trout. So, stand by for some frustrated videos of me not catching sea trout this year.
So, a bit more of a definition on the picture there, so you can see the rod, the reel.
Yeah.
Go there and look straight away. As soon as you hook, a bit like pike reel. Or canton. Just went mad. So it's the only one I've ever caught. The run, the fish are really big,
Yeah.
but the numbers are very few.
Right, yeah.
Some
They're meant to be the biggest fish in England.
well, they are. Some of them go 16, 17
Yeah.
pounds.
Well, we saw one come out of the water, and I didn't see it, I just saw a splash, but my mate said, did you see that? And when I saw the splash, he said it came out of the water, and it must have been that big, and it
Yeah.
wasn't all the way out of the water.
Get to see those. That's what they do when
Yeah,
they're coming
yeah.
out of the water.
Well, it's like the mullet when they go and sit in a freshwater stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, prawns, I tell you what I do use prawns for, and I haven't done it for a little while, is bass fishing off here on the kayak. But you go and catch your prawns up under the cliffs there, and then you just go kayaking with them. I mean, you can float fish for them, or you're just fishing under the rod tip on the kayak. I've had some real good bass doing that. Really good
Yeah,
bass.
Craig does it back of the West Arm
Yeah.
at New Haven. Low, get low water.
Yeah.
With big prawns on float.
Yeah.
And he's very successful at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had loads up on the super big.
Yeah.
I know
That's
there's
nice thing. The park there,
Yeah.
within 2 minutes you're fishing.
Yeah.
There's no margin about anywhere. And because
Well, I
they've
mean-
got those rocks at the back of the West Arm.
There's a bit more to it because you've got to catch the bleeding prawns.
Yeah, well, if you go at the right time,
Yeah.
if you go under the Coast Guard tower,
Yeah.
there's huge rock pools. And
Right.
you just go and get them there and then.
All right. Okay.
As the tide's just dropping away.
Yeah.
That's okay,
Yeah. Where's the Coast Guard's tower? You mean where the
Yeah,
lights
so,
are?
Yeah, so you see the on the top of the cliff.
Oh yeah,
Coast
yeah,
Guard
yeah, yeah,
lookout.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there. So
Right.
basically just underneath there, when the tide goes out, it's just rock pools.
Yeah,
like it's, yeah. But you haven't got to, down here, you've got to jump over everything and slip slide all over the place, but there you just straight to the rocks. Crabs eating my bluey. What do you think?
So my left hand Robbie's doing the old sword motion. No, I mean, like, yeah, you're right. Live prawns, and I've had shrimp. I use shrimps as well, but with shrimps, all I caught was pouting on them. But you can go shrimping down underneath the shingle there when the tide's out. which I've got to do another half of a video. I did half a video at the last big tides. I should have gone this weekend really, but I didn't. So in 2 weeks' time, I'll go out and go shrimping and finish off the video and see if we can't get some shrimps. Because the brown shrimps that we catch here are actually very nice to eat.
They are.
Very sweet, yeah, very sweet. As long as they haven't been dredging the river. If they dredge the river, it takes a bit. Is that somebody's life ring out there heading to France?
See ya.
Yeah. Luckily there's no child in it. Yeah, you might not be able to see it. Would you just lean back a bit? But there is a large rubber ring heading for France out there.
Dinghy's giving chase.
And there's a small child in a dinghy who isn't getting very far. So there's a small child, got no life jacket in the dinghy. It is a child, it's not an adult, is it? Really? Really? He's going to be out because he gets out 20 or 30 metres into the wind. He doesn't know how to row a thing, he's rowing backwards. Oh well, we might see the lifeboat again. Because that thing is going out faster than he's rowing.
Yeah.
I'd give up. You're towing a rope behind you. Is he hauling a rope out with him so they can pull him back? That's going to be a bloody long rope because that's now 200 yards out. Oh, I just see my rod go. I saw my rod coming back up. I didn't see what had caused it to go down.
Rubber ring.
Yeah, maybe. I wish I could cast that far. Because that's out now, out where the yellow boys would be. And it's picking up the wind and it's accelerating away. Yeah, I'd give up on that, son.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh, come on. Is that on the squid or no? Well, yeah, it's a decent bite.
Pick your stops. Well, I just had a cracking bite. I think the ring is gone. What ring? Fish on. I'd say it was a cracking bite. Definitely a good bite. So good sign. But no hook up. Like somebody said earlier on, that's why it's called fishing, not catching. And that rubber, oh yeah, the ring has gone. The ring, you can't see this, but it's every so often the wind's flipping it over, so it's really motoring out now. Yeah, the ring has gone. It's out there somewhere, on its way to France. Just glad that the kid who was going to go out in a little dinghy gave up, because as we said, it's an offshore breeze, and here you get a false impression, but if you went out, I don't know, a couple of 100 yards, you got a strong wind, and that little lad on that little dinghy would not have been able to row back. Definitely would not have been able to row back. Would have got to see the lifeboat, I think. Just goes to show, innit, the sea's a bloody dangerous place, and people don't understand that. That's why people die all the time with the sea. You know, on a beautiful calm day like today, you think, well, what could go wrong? You nearly saw what could go wrong. And just luckily that bloody rubber ring's not got a child in it. Oh, right, and what's going through something now. The one with a squid on, that's crabbing, I think. Yeah, my right hand rod is doing that, but I think that's probably crabs running around with my bit squid. Oh. Come on, be a big bass bite, suddenly go lunging over. Yes, snafu. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, everyone from Scotland, hiya. Okay. Fish on, Jay. Yeah, got to get his ringy with his dinghy. Yeah, as I say, had he gone out in that dinghy, I think we would have probably seen a lifeboat. Yeah, absolutely. Jake, there was a fisherman swept off Chesil last week, I believe. Chesil Beach is renowned as a bloody dangerous place. You've got to be so careful there. You get big waves come up there and sweep you away. Yeah, you can still see the dinghy just below the horizon there. The ringy, no, not the dinghy, the ringy. Going to have to be wind the squid in and refresh that. I think that's got the crab to help, you know. And then we might have to think about moving. What time is it, Woody?
5.
Come?
5.
Oh, is it? The high water's at 6, isn't it?
Is it? I know it's something like that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to move far. What time are you giving it till? Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, first.
Cold or we don't catch anything. Or...
Yeah, first. I mean, as you say, when the sun starts getting low, it might suddenly get chilly. I've always had my place, just as the sun's starting to go down.
Yeah.
You know, still, you know, the sun's about there somewhere. red in the sky, and I always seem to get my place then. I don't know why. But it's all right to go paddling in it. my feet are red hot now.
Yeah, they will be.
We got Marina's mum one of these things. You put your feet on it, it sends little electric shocks into your feet,
Yeah.
which increases the circulation. And I had to play with it. And to be honest, the way you feel after that is exactly the way you feel after doing the paddle. So have you got your bike here, or is it?
Yeah, no, it's here. It's in London. So I bought, because Trish has only got a little tiny standard
Yeah.
thing, little tiny one. So I bought her as well a bike, and the second hand one for £400.
Yeah.
So we've got bikes here.
Yeah.
When she comes over, we go out. And then when I go down to the van, I chuck the van.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she's got her bike down there.
You got a new van, or you still got the same one?
No, I've got a Craig.
Oh right. Okay.
600 quid, still
Right.
£1,000 van.
Oh, left-hand rod's got a nod on.
And yeah, so John's given Craig he's got the Volkswagen truck.
Yeah.
And Craig doesn't need his van, so he said to me that just before we went to Bali, he said, do you want the van?
I saw his hairdresser's car the other day.
Eh?
I saw his hairdresser's
The
car.
TT. Right, that's Bananas.
Oh, it's not his.
No.
Oh, I thought it was his. Oh, right. I know they got engaged. Sorry, we're yakking away here. Yeah, riptides, and of course the trick is to not try to swim back in with a riptide, swim across it. Sorry. We'll see in a minute. It's got a bend on his rod. There's a few blokes fishing down the type, just down the shore from us, and one of them was winding into something. If he's got a fish on, we might have to wake up. Don't look like no fish from here. No fish. Yeah, riptides are scary business. I mean, yet surfers use them, don't they? Surfers use the riptides to get out behind the waves. Yeah, I've got a great respect for the sea, and I don't like being out of my depth. I'm a bit of I do intend to do a bit of snorkeling off here this year, though. Mate, good night for a few beers, definitely. A glass of the vino. I haven't got Billy Bob down with me today because he's had a minor operation, and so he had some of his teeth out. So I don't want him picking up a stone or something and breaking up the stitches. So he's at home. It's a pity because he loves coming down here. He looked very forlorn, as you can see me packing my gear up, and he didn't get an invite out in the truck. Right, I'm gonna freshen up the squid bait. I think that's definitely now.
We want crabs.
think the crabs have had a field day on my squid.
the content, though. early finish.
I think it was 5, I think.
Who would have thought going to get up and get a dive under the first big? Got finished. It's 20 past 5 now.
Oh, we'd have got under the bridge now.
Yeah, no, I suppose we didn't know we got under south east, would they?
Yeah, it's south. I think it was 5. Oh. Right. Back again. Yeah, poor Billy Bob. He sorry? Which one?
One you just looked at.
Yeah, it's a big old bait, so one would assume that you're going to get quite a lunging bite of that. It's white. I wasn't watching, but I had a bite. Come on, place. Come on, anything. Come on, anything. I'd be happy for a whiting, just something that so I'm not blanking. We went out place fishing the other day, and I couldn't get through the bloody whiting.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, old Billy Bob, he's 10. Yeah, moan the fish. Yeah, Carl, no joy in it so far. I've just had a bite, and I had a bite a little while ago, but nothing. Yeah, Billy Bob, unfortunately, it's quite common in small dogs apparently. They get a lot of plaque on their teeth, no matter what we do, cleaning his teeth and chewy sticks and what have you. And he had a little bit of an altercation with a dog in the park the other day, and he snapped at it, and he must have caught the dog's collar because he pulled all of his front and sizes. Didn't pull them out completely, just pulled them out at 45 degrees. So there was loads and loads of blood coming out of his mouth. I thought he'd bitten himself, to be honest. But when we got home, we realised it was his front teeth that were hanging out. So he had to go to the vet under general anaesthetic and have some of his teeth out. Poor old boy.
No feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as I said to them, because the vet said, we'll have to have all these teeth out. I said, no, all those teeth are solid. Yeah. They might have a bit of plaque on them, do a bit of, what's the name, and clean them up. I said, but it's the same as the dentist was saying I had to have a tooth out. And I said, well, it's working at the moment. I'll have 3 years of having a tooth rather than having 3 years of having a gap. So, anyway, he's convalescing at the moment, bless him. He's loving it because he's getting about 3 meals a day because we give him his medicine and a bit of food, so he gets a little bit of food 3 times a day and he whoops it down.
Carly's got the herds labs, Fox got 4 labs. She's got them bowls with all them different bits in it, so they can't go
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Lab,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has got a bowl. I mean, I think Alison bought him a bowl like that.
yeah. She went round and saw my mum the other day.
Yeah?
Christmas presents. They were a max.
I'm not saying anything, we're on live. Bless her.
Yeah.
Her heart's in the right place.
Yeah, it's mum. She said that Max has been struggling with coke.
He's got some issues. I'm not sure whether it's COVID or what it is. He's got problems with his shoulder. Oh! Definite tug on the right hand rod then. Now, if it was a left hand rod, I would think that was a close bite.
Yeah.
The right hand rod, the whole squid on there.
Yeah, definitely had a rattle when I saw
Yeah.
it.
So we just did like that. Oh, getting excited. So hi Carl, hi Jay, Celtic Rapers, 86. Yeah. Got more people going for a swim. Going swimming with her gloves on. David Schofield, how you doing, bud? Oh, we've been going 1 hour and 20 minutes. We're going swimming. All the fishermen down there are all packed up and going home. We are on the beach at Seaford, the Buckle, opposite the Buckle car park. It is lovely, but I don't think I'll be going for a swim. There are people going in for a swim down there. I did go for a paddle earlier on, and my feet are glowing now.
Buckle's off the side.
What?
Buckle's off the side.
What, the house? I remember that went for 250 grand with all the land on that side of it.
I remember it was pub.
Well, I remember it was pub. Before we moved here, we came and stayed at the Buckle with at the campsite.
Yeah.
Check it out. Local net. It's a pity all those coastal pubs are gone now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody beach clubs gone, Vikings gone.
Yeah, Viking was a nightclub for a little while.
I've never drunk in the Viking. I've drunk in the beach club a few times.
Head Hotel.
When it was up on the...
Yeah, we burnt down.
Oh right, it's the foundations are up there on top of the... Do you remember that? Do you remember Secret Hotel?
Yeah, I was young.
Oh right.
I remember before that.
Yeah. They've got an insurance payout and they've built a new hotel there. But having said, well no, you've got that red brick wall there, haven't you? So... And all the bonios underneath the cliffs to stop the erosion. Yeah, Seven Sisters has gone now. I saw a picture of that from. I saw a picture of that on Facebook the other day when it was all fields down there. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the Seven Sisters. That was got to be bad management because it was grotty, wasn't it? You know, I've been in a few times. Yeah, but I mean the carpet. I remember going in there with John Darling 20 or 30 years ago. And we went there for Donna's party, and I swear it's the same carpet. And you know, it's ideal place for a big hub. Oh, hang on, the camera's tilted over. Philip Schofield. Yeah, mate. I only got back into beach fishing because of Tony Kirridge talking me into buying a Continental rod with a fixed ball on it. You know, I was all multipliers and Ziplexes back in the day. I just didn't think I could get back into it. And then Tony Kirridge talked me into buying a second-hand Continental and a fixed ball, said it's all the future. And it was great. I've gone back to multipliers and Ziplexes now because I just love them. I don't think I can cast as far as I do with the Conti rod with a fixed ball in it, but I just like there's something about them I like. So yeah, and that's why I did that episode about Conti rods, because it was new to me. I learnt loads from doing that video, and I just hope that I got a lot of people back into the sport because of it. Because a Conti rod with a fixed ball reel, you don't have to be a major technician. Anybody can come and whack one of them out far enough to catch fish. Yeah, definitely. And I've got a continental rod in my bag there and a fixed ball reel in here. So I've got the backup. So temptation is to whack that out. But we ain't catching anything with 5 rods, so I think the 6 rod ain't going to make a very little difference.
I think you're right.
But can I just say this to you people? The sea is gin clear today. I haven't seen it like this year. This is the cleanest I've seen it. So it's a flock of gulls working over there, but I think they might be. We had a gannet in there just now, earlier on, coming in and dive. So, bait fish. Won't be long before the mackerel are here, I don't think. For those of you that like going wafting for mackerel. That's assuming we don't get a load of transient crap weather. We're desperate to get some westerly winds, but what we don't want is a southwesterly gale, because that will just colour the water up and change everything. Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe it needs a southwesterly gale just to come and change the season. I don't want to get out on a boat. I get far more views on my boat videos than I do on my shore videos. I think I'm going to make a video out today in the boat trip and call it Blanking with CJ on boat and on shore. What, mine or yours? You know what it means if I do catch a fish, don't you? You're going to get to see me dance. What a beautiful day though. I think you've got to agree that this is beautiful. Oh, we've got some swimmers, lady swimmers coming down. Over there, I think that's a gannet up there.
The van balancing.
Alright.
Because I got in it, and obviously Craig and Amani both were in the snow. Bloody killer.
Right.
I phoned around and got this bloke up, it was handy actually, because he lived up in Linfield, I was working.
Right, okay.
So he said, no problem, sir. He said, bring your van up. He said, well, come to my house,
Yeah.
I'll get back to work, and I'll drop the van back when I'm done.
Right, cool.
And they put this special machine in this in the van, shut the doors.
Yeah.
And basically,
Right.
checks your CO3, which is the kills negative.
Alright, okay.
And then he put an acid bath over the outside of the van,
Yeah.
so it came back up shine. And cleaned the inside of the van.
Yeah.
And the steam cleaned the seats and the rest of it. You know, it's much better than what it's ever been. That puts no smoke to make it ultimate mate. Completely gone.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Even as an ex-smoker. Just like,
Well, ex-smokers are the worst. I am the worst.
yeah.
I hate it. Left my bedroom because we will be up there. But, smoke. And the room's stuck.
Well, I remember when Dad passed away, I decorated the lounge. Just continued to smoke. The nicotine was on the plastic window.
What do you think that's going in your lungs?
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, we're just slagging off smokers. There's no smokers there, are there? Do the fishy shuffle. Yeah, boogie times. I haven't caught anything, Valerie, so you ain't going to get to see boogie times yet. But we had a few little touches.
Well, you have, I haven't had any.
No?
The crabs trying to run away from the yeah, I was back out. You came back in, nothing left of it.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, who watched my last video out there? Did you see the one when I went skydiving? What did you think of that? I'm trying to make the videos interesting because they're not being polluted by fish at the moment, for sure. So I went and jumped out of a plane on Monday, first time this year. Oh, there will be dancing, Chris. Well, wish me a fish. Wish me a fish, Valerie, and I will dance. Well, I won't dance for a whiting, I won't dance for a dogfish, and I won't dance for a little tiny dingaling or a pouting. But any other fishy that I catch, anything, you'll get a dance. I'm glad. As I say, I never know. I never know when I do something that's a bit different like that, whether people enjoy it or not. Obviously, it's my other passion, my other addiction. I should have been going today. Actually, I was planning to go today, but they cancelled jumping today because of the wind. Soon we'll be doing some more. Anybody want to take it up as a hobby? I am an instructor. I can teach you how to skydive. Valerie, are you up for no, I nearly said, are you up for a jump? No, are you up for skydiving?
family show.
Yeah, it's a family show. I know what I meant. It wasn't rude, honestly. Oh, Yasu Vasilis. Efkaristo. That's the limit of my Greek. Generally 12,000 feet, which is 2.25 miles. Some drop zones go up to 15, and I did jump. Oh, okay, right. Well, I did jump in Kentucky. I jumped near Fort Knox. There's a drop zone that I jump at. So yeah, it's good fun. And the guy who runs it is a nut. He's great. He's great as a nutcase. He's nuts. You know, because he's the chief instructor, they're meant to be very serious, and you know, and he says to me, "What's the first rule of skydiving?" I went, "Safety, no. Pull at the right height, no. Know your emergency drills, no." I said, "Well, what is it then?" "Have fun." Oh, okay. So we had fun, jumping down, looking down on Fort Knox as we jumped. Yeah, so 12,000 feet is about 2.25 miles up. And so you're so high up, it doesn't look like you're plummeting towards the earth. You just like looking down on a map. You're in free fall for just about a minute. And then at 5,000 feet, you pull your canopy, and then you under canopy for the rest of the flight down. Well, it's weird because the two rods that I've got on are quite stiff rods, And the last few times I've been fishing Jason using lighter rods. I usually get loads of bites and I've been getting nothing. And yet today it's the other way around, isn't it? Your rods are lighter than mine, I think. Sorry? Yeah, well, it'd be an 8 ounce thing, but they're, one of the ones on the left is a 6 ounce and bait, 6 and bait, and the other one is a 6 ounce casting rod, but they're quite stiff rods, but they're powerful pendulum casting rods. I mean, the Continental I've got in there is a beautiful rod. It's got real. Yeah. There's definitely something going on that left-hand rod. I can see a little rattle something. I think it's time I brought the left-hand rod in and refresh the baits. So we're going to bring the left-hand rod in, put some fresh baits on, see what's going on. Might be a bit chilly, So there you go. You know what this means, don't you? We're going to cue some music on the video and you'll get to see me dance. But there's a little place. There's a place for us. And cut.
You need to take up another hobby.
Good.
You need to take up another hobby.
There we go. Let's get the baits on that rig and get it back out there.
millions.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's Middleton.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've seen so many cars. They're all blown up.
Target species achieved. Maybe I won't call this film Blanking CJ, but who knows, see if it catches me more. But anyway, let's get back down and get back on the ride. Hey from Melbourne, Jono. Dance time, yeah. Well, the edited version will have music edited over it. Obviously, I haven't got any music with me. Oh yeah, Vasilis. I speak about 3 words of Greek, and I've used them all. So I've just caught a fish. Whereabouts in Greece are you from, Vasilis? sing. Mate, if you think my dancing's atrocious, you haven't heard me sing. Oh, that was interesting. Just keeping an eye on this right hand rod. I just had a little drop. I looked round and the rod was bending over, it had been pulled tight, and then it bounced back. Oh, left hand rod's got a bit of a rattle going on it now as well. That I suspect is crabs though. Yeah, it's definitely got a rattle on the left hand rod. But it's a whole squid. What I'm hoping I'm going to see on that left hand rod is a big bending lunging bite. That's what I'm hoping for. Give it a few more minutes and we'll wind it and check the bait, because if it's crabs they've been well knocking it in. I did a video, I don't know if you saw it, a couple of years ago, with a camera that I was casting out. And when the crabs get on your bait, they actually form a defensive line around the bait to keep the fish away. It's like nightclub bouncers outside a nightclub on a Saturday night. Well, those ladies have been in the water quite a long time now, but they're bloody freezing. Hey, London Viking mate, cheers. Thanks for joining me all the way from Cape Town. Yeah. On my wish list of places I want to visit. It's 20 degrees and need a jumper. Right, I want to get my first bass of 2022 next. Next challenge. I said, this clear water keeps up like this, then we will be on the bass soon, for sure. And there's obviously bait fish around, because as I say, we had a gannet in here diving earlier on, so the bass can't be far behind. Get Woody out on the boat. He's going to catch some fish, some bass on the boat. Interestingly enough, for years I've not been that keen, and for years all I want to do is catch bass. But I've since discovered that I really like eating pollock. Really nice to eat. Glyn, hey mate. Yeah, very nice. White flesh, flaky, very nice to eat. Cooks in the batter nicely. I think it's nicer than cod. I think cod's got a bit of a taste to it. Unpleasant, it kind of beats on you. Pollock, don't it? It's nice. Oh. Some brace wrapper. oi, oi. So what's been happening? I think I'm going to have to stop this soon because I wouldn't be surprised if my battery on my phone is not getting low. Just try plugging in the charger lead, see if that causes it to flash. Incidentally, Val, has this been flashing at all, or has it cured itself of that? I've got 47% left on this phone. That's all right.
Okay. So what's the new phone?
Sorry?
What new phone did you go for?
It's an S22, mate. It is amazing. The camera
What
is
mate?
it's
iPhone?
Samsung,
Samsung.
but the cameras on it are just unbelievable.
It's mad the way the technology's
Oh, mate,
so fast.
I've got thousands of pounds worth of camera equipment,
Yeah.
and to be quite honest, I don't need it
No.
because I can just do it with my phone. And it has got a thing where you can do director's view, where you can. Oh, okay. So you can actually have the front camera and the back camera both working at the same time. Whether you can do that when you're vlogging, I don't know. I'm going to have to mess around and see if I can, because that'd be well handy.
You're drinking juice.
Yeah, hot. It's hot juice though.
All right. Okay.
I'm kind of cutting back on my caffeine intake.
Yeah, you struggle with that, don't you?
I do, and I've had a couple of spells where I've been drinking tea. You know, have 2 or 3 cups of tea and start feeling ill.
Yeah.
So I've just got to cut it out. I have to, like today, I
Yeah.
had to go and have a cup of tea, and it woke me up, it perked me up. But I just have to be careful with it. Camera's tilted over. Unity horizon. It's still flashing. Right, I don't know the answer to it. I really don't know. Maybe I'll do a little. What I'll probably do is I'll do a little live tonight from home. As a post edit of this, so announce if either I caught anything more, and we can talk about that and see if it flashes when I'm at home, because it could be signal strength. Could be that this camera is filming in 8K or something like that, and it's just too much for YouTube. Oh, left hand rod's going. Come on, big lunging bite. I want to see a big bass bite, see it bend right over. What time is it now?
6.
Okay, so it must just about be top of the tide, isn't it? Just see if we can get away without having to move. So I'm going to love you all and leave you. I know Val's ready to go to bed because she's been up. God knows what time it is in the States. I imagine it's tomorrow already, or yesterday, or whatever. But I'm going to love you all and leave you, and I'm going to pack this live away. I will do a little short live tonight from home, just using this phone. See if we still get this flashing effect. Yeah, 6:15. I've got a feeling that high tide is about now. Very close. Just hoping I don't have to move. Yeah, Jay, mate, thanks very much for that. Thanks very much for joining. Thank you very much for the 45 thumbs up, which is a record for me. Only 1:15 p.m. So, but have you been up all night, Val? Yeah, I'll leave it running for a little while just so everyone can say goodbyes. As I say, I'll probably do a little short live tonight just from home, just to sort of say thank you for everybody, and if I catch anything else, I'll let you know. Yeah. Keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing. Bye, y'all.